Meet Tom. After our last video, Tom feels smarter. He skipped the sneakers. He ignored the impulse buys. So today, Tom makes a logical decision. His old coffee machine is dead. Not a want, a need. Tom buys a high-end Italian espresso machine. Not a cheap one, a serious one. The price tag says $500, crossed out. Now, $200, 60% off. Tom does the math. He spends about $5 a day at Starbucks. That's $150 a month. This machine pays for itself in 40 days. This isn't spending, it's an investment. Tom feels proud. He places the shiny chrome machine on his kitchen counter and takes a step back to admire it. And that's when it happens. Next to that beautiful machine, his old ceramic mug looks wrong. It's chipped, faded. Fishing trip 2015. Suddenly, the mug doesn't feel nostalgic. It feels embarrassing. Tom thinks, I can't drink premium espresso from this mug. That makes no sense. So Tom buys new glass cups. Then he notices the plastic sugar container looks cheap, so he replaces it with a stainless steel one. Then the lighting feels off. Then the wall color clashes with the chrome. 2 weeks later, Tom didn't save money. He remodeled his kitchen. The coffee machine didn't bring order, it brought a virus. This is a psychological glitch called the Diderot Effect, and it's why buying one smart thing quietly destroys your entire budget. I'm Piggy, and we're about to expose how this works. Tom isn't the first victim. This effect is named after an 18th century French philosopher, Denis Diderot. Diderot was brilliant and broke. He lived simply, old furniture, worn clothes, but everything he owned matched. Then one day, a wealthy patron gifted him something extravagant, a beautiful scarlet robe. Diderot loved it, until he sat down at his desk. Suddenly, the robe felt too elegant. Next to it, the desk looked rotten, the chair looked broken, the room looked poor. Diderot later wrote, there was no more coordination, no more unity, no more beauty. So he upgraded the desk, then the chair, then the artwork. Piece by piece, he replaced his entire lifestyle to match the robe. By the end, he was surrounded by beautiful things, and completely in debt. Diderot summed it up perfectly. I was the absolute master of my old dressing gown, but I have become a slave to my new one. That sentence explains your Amazon history better than any finance book ever written. Here's what's really happening. You don't buy objects, you buy identities. Identities are expensive. Consistency costs money. When Tom bought the espresso machine, he wasn't buying hot water. He was buying a new character. Tom, the sophisticated home barista. Your brain hates inconsistency. Psychologists call this unity of goods. In plain English, your stuff wants to tell one coherent story. If one item screams level 10 lifestyle and everything else is level 2, your brain feels psychological discomfort. An alarm goes off. To silence that alarm, you have two options. Option 1, return the item and admit the purchase was unnecessary. Option 2, upgrade everything else to protect the decision. Almost everyone chooses option 2. Economists call this the sunk cost fallacy, which just means once you've spent money, your brain stops asking, do I need this? And starts asking, how do I make the first purchase feel normal? And the answer is always the same, spend more. This isn't about coffee. You buy a new phone. Now your old headphones feel embarrassing, so you buy wireless ones. Now your charger feels slow. Then you need a new case, then a watch. You didn't buy a phone, you reset the standard. You buy a new couch. Now the rug looks old. The table looks cheap. The pillows don't match. The couch wasn't furniture. It was a lifestyle escalation. One upgrade poisons the baseline. That's why discounts are dangerous. They don't make you spend once. They unlock a sequence. Tom thinks he spent $200, but let's calculate the Diderot price, the number that never appears on the receipt. Machine, $200. Grinder, $150. Accessories, $70. Decor and fixes, $145. Total, $565. Now meet Ben. Ben saw the same sale, but Ben asked one question. If this discount didn't exist, would I be upgrading my kitchen today? The answer was no. So Ben did nothing, and that nothing was worth a lot. This is opportunity cost. Every dollar you spend is a dollar that can't give you options later. Tom bought consistency. Ben bought control. Status spends. Control compounds. This is how people stay broke without ever being reckless. They don't gamble. They don't buy Lamborghinis. They just keep upgrading their identity. A slightly better phone, a nicer apartment, higher standards. Income goes up, lifestyle follows. No margin, no breathing room. Not because they're careless, but because they never stop the chain reaction. You can't turn this instinct off, but you can contain it. Rule 1, the isolation test. Before you buy anything, ask, can this item live alone? If it needs friends, accessories, or upgrades, it's not a purchase. It's a Trojan horse. Rule 2, the package price. Never look at the sticker price. Look at the ecosystem price. A phone isn't $800. It's $800 plus everything it drags in. If you wouldn't pay the full package price today, you can't afford the item. Rule 3, the 30-day quarantine. If you buy a status upgrade, you're banned from buying anything related to it for 30 days. Let the dopamine fade. Most emergencies disappear when the chemicals do. One new thing is never just one thing. The most expensive purchases in your life are the ones that quietly say, now everything else needs to change. The Diderot Effect doesn't feel reckless. It feels reasonable. That's why it works. Money you don't spend doesn't disappear. It waits, and waiting money gives you options. One thing is never one thing. I'm Piggy, and the secret is out. Use it.